Got vision and destiny. Add elemental, that's chemistry. All those heroes, that's infinity. It's endgame. That's
Yugi peoples. Welcome to the deck profile that a lot of y'all have been waiting for. It's my evil hero deck profile. And yeah, so after 3 tries of trying to get this thing, in decent working order as best I can, we finally, broke that 5th place barrier and get it up to top 4, where I proceeded to lose to the same deck I lost to in Swiss. Horse decks are just kind of tough to beat, especially when you're playing a going second deck. That's right, I did build this as a going second deck because evil heroes, they pretty much do nothing going first. There's no guarantee to like be setting up like Dark Law, or there's no favorite contact and all that stuff. And yeah, the thing is, like, I had to cut it down to, using very specific evil heroes. When I first tried it, I tried using the normal monsters and stuff, and it just was not working. I was breaking so much, it was just ridiculous. So after, like I said, after trying it out a couple times and seeing what actually would work inside of the deck, this is the build that I came up with. And yeah, like I said, we got into top 4 with it. We had a really good wins. I kind of liked the way the deck performed a little bit. It seemed, pretty decent and stuff. So, my ratios and, stuff, I might look at the deck and be like, well, this is not an evil hero deck. Well, I tried to make it as evil hero-ish as I could. I tried to cut out a lot of the things that, make it, elemental hero deck, or that make it like a strong destiny hero deck, or, just omni hero overall. So you see, like, all my packages are actually like very small because I cut it down to be able to run 12 going second cards, because it's a going second deck, and I gotta make sure that I don't let my opponent set up boards, because if I do, then I'm probably just gonna lose. Well, I could say 9 hand traps, and then 3 droplets, just because droplet is still pretty strong inside of heroes and stuff. So yeah, this is the build that I came up with. Y'all let me know what y'all think. And I think there are like a couple things I would change about it in order to make it better. And, we'll talk about those when we get there. So first of all, let's talk about our evil heroes that we have here. It's a very small package, but, these are the ones that I felt like were most effective. And I really enjoyed playing this little package. It was, it worked for me. It was pretty decent. Of course, we got to have the evil hero adjusted goals off in there, because we want to be able to get to malicious bane. So yeah, we had to have those off in there. And, this wasn't one of those things that necessarily had to be off in there, but because it was evil hero deck, I wanted to have more evil hero cards off in there. So I decided to go with Sinister Necrom and evil hero malicious edge. I really feel like I probably could have ran a second Necrom, because this is really good to either throw with Vion after you use your Vision Hero Ferris and stuff, or to discard to, with Ferris effect, because it gets you that extra body on the board. It did help me quite a few times push for game and such like that. So, I was actually thinking, like, if this card wasn't so bad, I would consider actually like running these inside my normal hero deck. It's actually, like I said, a free body to get out there on the board. It's level 6 or higher, so you can actually like polymerization with it to make DPE and stuff. So yeah, it just might have to be a thing that I might try in the future, possibly just try it out. But yeah, this is our evil hero package. Of course, the evil hero adjusted goal, because I didn't always want to have to send Shadow Mist to search this. Sometimes I wanted to be able to dump Necron with it and stuff. So, we ran 2 evil hero adjusted goals. And yep, that's my my in deck evil hero package right there. And we'll look at the rest of our cards, the rest of our monsters that we have here. Very small E-Hero package, just 2 Stratos, 1 Shadow Mist. Very small package. I like I said, I had to cut the engine down a lot in order to fit enough hand traps, enough going second cards off in there to, you know, make the deck to where I just don't get blown out because I'm going second. And, you know, instead of 3 Stratos, there's no Liquid Soldier, as you can see. There's no OG Neos. There's no Honest Neos. You know, very small E-Hero package just to help me get to where I'm going with my Evil Hero stuff. We got those off in there. Then we got our Destiny Hero package, no plasma, Dark Angel, another very small package right there. You can see things are running in 3s off in here. We just got the 2 Mally and 1 Denier. You know, pretty self-explanatory. Fusion Destiny is a really good card, so, you know, we want to be able to make DPE. Then my Vision Hero package, we got 2 Ferris, 2 Vion, 1 increase. I know it's weird to just see 2 Ferris and 1 increase, you know, but like I said, you have to make sacrifices in order to get the goal that you have in mind. And this is like the most Vision Heroes that I could put off in there. And also, you know, the minimum amount that I needed to be able to like combo and do stuff, because I need to be able to get enough monsters out on the board to make like Dread Decimator to, you know, make sure I can have enough damage to like push through on my opponent. And this is like the best way to get multiple cards on board. Also, you know, like the polymerization was helping me, you know, make DPE if I needed to, because DPE also, you know, allows me to break boards and such. So yeah, this was my Vision Hero package. That's it for the monsters right there. And for my spells, don't laugh at my rarities. I didn't want to take apart my regular hero deck in order stuff to build this. So we got 3 A Hero Lives mismatch, 3 Fusion Destiny mismatch. Then, you know, I matched my Dark Collins. So we got 2 Dark Collins, 2 Mass Change, and then our one-ofs. Let me go ahead and move this stuff up here. We got Dark Collin, Mass Change, and then our one-ofs, Rhoda, Poly, Foolish, Miracle, and Dark Fusion. Let's see. Of course, Hero Lives, bring out Stratos, bring out Shadow Mist, Fusion Destiny, DPE, Dangerous, whichever one. 2 Dark Collins, because, you know, I want to be able to make sure that I get my Malicious Bane out there. And, you know, if I draw it, that just makes it even better. That way I don't have to go searching with Evil Hero Adjusted Goal. And then we got our Rhoda, Polymerization, Foolish, Miracle Fusion, and Dark Fusion, because I really, you know, wanted to be able to make one of the Dark Hero Fusions if I really just needed to. And for one of my hand traps, you know, once you see my hand trap lineup, you'll see why I was running Dark Fusion. And, you know, it's just in case I open up with the Dark Collin, I wanted to have something else I could search off of Evil Hero Adjusted Goal. But, you know, necessarily this card in real, like, this could be cut. Like, it was horrible. It was horrible. Let's just say that pretty much, like, I think there was maybe like 1 game where I opened up with Dark Collin and I was like, let me go search Dark Fusion instead. But, you know, without running the normal monsters off of here, you know, an Infernal Devicer to get there, it just really didn't seem, all that useful, because most of the Evil Hero monsters, they just don't do a lot. I mean, let's face it, when it comes to Evil Heroes, there's only one Evil Hero that comes in mind, and that is Evil Hero Malicious Bane. And yeah, like, you know, so in order to make the deck function and work and, you know, at least be a little bit competitive to where it can win, you know, this was the package, the way that I had to run it in order to get it to work. And, you know, like I said, I kind of felt, you know, like it wasn't enough Evil Hero stuff off in there, which is why I ran the Necrom Malicious Edge package. And, you know, that package didn't disappoint. It was actually like pretty good, so I didn't mind running it. All right, then we got our going second cards. As you can see, you know, Evil Hero Dark Gaia is going to be inside of the extra deck, because we got the 3 Nib there. We need a rock in order to make it. We got 3 Ash, then 3 droplets and 3 imperms. Like I said, I cut down the packages. I narrowed them down like as best as could, and just enough to make sure that they still function and help me get to my end goal, while at the same time making sure I have enough hand traps and such to stop my opponent from just like building crazy boards that I just would not be able to play through. So yeah, these are my 12 hand traps. Like I said, this is for the Dark Gaia. This is why I was able to play him, because you do need to have that rock monster off inside of there. Then for my extra deck. I want to say the main deck is 41 cards, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 42. All right, it's 42 cards. Main deck was 42 cards. The Dark Fusion could probably just be cut completely, bring it down to 41 cards, or, you know, if you do decide to, you know, if you built this and you played a different thing, you know, I would suggest, you know, maybe a second Evil Hero Sinister Necrom, you know, and like I said, like the Evil Hero Malicious Edge was, you know, kind of useful when it came into the game. And like in my in the 2 matches that I lost, I actually like played against, it was like a Horus Bestial deck and stuff, so he kept banishing like all my Destiny heroes and stuff. And then like, you know, as he like played and saw what my deck was doing, he actually had to choose like, dang, do I want to get rid of the Evil Hero Sinister Necrom? Do I need to get rid of the Destiny hero monsters? Do I need to wait till, you know, Evil Hero Adjusted Gold hits the graveyard and stuff like that? So my opponent, you know, had like, you know, a lot of choices and different things and stuff to make as for when it came to like this thing. But I really feel like the Dark Fusion could probably be cut, bring the deck down to 41. Or, you know, if you're one of those people who like to run an even number and have 42, I would add in like a second Evil Hero Sinister Necrom. And yep, so that's the main deck right there. Then we got our extra deck, our course Evil Hero Malicious Bane, Evil Hero Dark Gaia. I was gonna run 2 Malicious Banes, but, you know, I feel like when I build my deck in such a way where I say, well, here, let me do this just in case, then I'm getting away from the direct purpose and what I'm really trying to do with the deck. If I'm trying to make it a going second OTK deck, I need to stick with that and, you know, make it a going second OTK deck, you know. And if I don't push through in order to OTK my opponent, then, you know, I'm probably going to lose anyway, because I don't set up any interruptions and things and such like that. So, you know, 1 Malicious Bane, 1 Dark Gaia. My 1 Elemental Hero Fusion, this ended up being like a mistake kind of, but, you know, the Sunrise, you know, to have the extra damage to pop a card if you need to. And then I had Miracle Fusion, as you can see off in there, but the mistake I made was that I didn't have, I forgot to put Wake Up Your Elemental Hero inside of my extra deck. So this card right here, no, not the card sheet. Where's the other card at? There's a card off inside of here that I said could have been the oh yeah. So this card was horrible. It was really, really bad. It just never really came up or did anything. And then plus it was like based solely on have to, you know, draw the rock in order to bring it out. But, you know, I thought that it'd still be kind of useful maybe like late game if I have the rock off in there and, you know, one of like, you know, my Malicious Bane or something like that, then, you know, it would come up. But I really feel like this should probably have been cut for Wake Up Your Elemental Hero, because Wake Up Your Elemental Hero with Sunrise, you know, is one of those cards where I can link off the Sunrise and something else, you know, possibly him and like, you know, Wonder Driver or something, and bring out the Dread Decimator, then Miracle Fusion into Wake Up and, you know, push for that extra damage that I need in order to OTK my opponent. So yeah, had that off in there. Then my Destiny heroes, of course, Phoenix Enforcer, dangerous because, you know, the Necrom is a dark monster, the Evil Hero Malicious Edge, you know, are dark monsters. And if I get to that poly, you know, and I needed to be able to dump, you know, either the Mally or the Naya to the grave, this was really useful for doing those such things. And my Mass heroes, 1 Anki, like I said, I wanted to make it a going second OTK deck, and, you know, Anki really helps with that. Then Dark Law to, you know, if I'm not Dark Law. Okay, Dark Law was off in there because, you know, a lot of times if my opponent saw what I was doing, such as my opponent who I played, you know, in top 4, he knew that I was a going second deck, that in case, you know, they forced me to go first, you know, at least I have something that I can kind of put out there on the board, maybe if it comes down to it. And then also when Anki searches that mass change, I needed another target, and I didn't really see, like, you know, the point in running a second Anki like that. Sometimes Dark Law needs to be able to destroy things to keep them from going to the graveyard and such. So yeah, that's my Mass heroes. Vision Hero Trinity, of course. This card, you know, saved me. Very, very good. 5k attack 3 times, bust stuff up. And, you know, I also thought that, like, at some point, maybe, but I feel like my hand would have had to been crazy in order for this to happen. But, you know, with the Evil Hero Dark Gaia, I believe he switches all my opponents. When this card declares an attack, you can change all defense monsters your opponent controls into face-up attack petition. And, you know, so, you know, if they had face-down defense stuff or just anything in defense in general, I could attack with this, flip them, or put them into attack position, and then, you know, finish them off with Trinity, little puny monsters and such. But, yeah, that never really came up. Like I said, it had to be a very specific situation, but it was in there just in case it comes up. Then we got Dread Decimator, Wonder Driver, Cross Crusader, and Cross Sheep. This was off in there because, you know, Nib and such like that. Nib, and I was also running Super Poly at my side. So if I needed to, you know, have access to, you know, something like Stratos again inside of my graveyard, or, you know, I wanted to be able to special summon my Shadow Mist to get the mass change so I could go get Anki, you know, stuff like that. I had the Cross Sheep off in there and Dread Decimator because I need them to push for damage. Wonder Driver to recycle that Polymerization or Miracle Fusion, just, you know, depending on what my hand and stuff is. And then this one to, you know, the extra search to be able to add stuff. That's what that is. And then my Super Poly targets, Mud Dragon and Garuda, just 2 of them. These are the only ones I feel like I really needed. Like the Super Poly was just kind of off in there for, mostly it was in there for what's that deck? It was off in there for crap, what's the name of that deck? Infonobles. Like, I don't know, I just felt like I was gonna lose against that deck. You know, it is a going second deck, and Infonoble is one of those decks where it's just like, it feels like if they go first, you're probably just losing for there. So I wanted to have Super Poly off in there just for that reason. So yeah, that is my extra deck. And then for the side deck, of course, there's more hand traps, going second cards, 3 Droll, 3 Veiler. I said it was a going second deck, but one of the things about heroes is that we can lose to Droll and Lockbird pretty easily, like even going second, because I feel like even when, especially like when your opponent goes first and they know you're on heroes, you're adding so much Stratos off of Vion, off of Cross Crusader, and, you know, Sunrise, you know, you're just constantly adding things, and Droll and Lockbird is a real easy way to just, you know, just end up losing the game. So I felt like I wanted to have the Crossout Designator do a 1-for-1 trade with Droll and Lockbird if it came down to it, because, you know, there's a I guess like it's a 1-for-1 trade, but, you know, heroes, like there's like, this is the one card that we can't really like play through. It's really hard to play through Droll and Lockbird, especially like going second the way I was. And so I would just rather not lose for it, so lose to it. So I'll take the 1-for-1 trade. And, you know, a lot of times, you know, if I felt like if I had to do it, Malicious Bane was going to be there, you know, as my save all to blow up my opponent's board and finish them off, you know, if I had to. So yeah, then 3 Lightning Storm Feather Dusters for back row stuff, and then, you know, for decks that kind of put up like really crazy unbreakable boards that I was afraid that I would not be able to break through, we have the 3 Super Polys. And yep, it's my extra deck, my side deck. I mean, 15 cards. I feel like this was pretty good. Maybe these Super Polys wasn't as useful as I thought they could have been. Maybe this could have been something different. I don't know, but, you know, they served their purpose. They did what they were supposed to do. There were games where I actually like sided them in, and they were like very, very useful. So yep. So that is my Evil Hero build. Y'all let me know what y'all think. You know, I know there wasn't a ton of evil heroes off inside of there, but, you know, hey, I had to do what I wanted to do what I had to do in order to make it work. You know, this was, you know, pretty much the main thing that I wanted to do. And yeah, it like actually like worked out pretty fine, pretty good for me and everything. And, you know, I had some fun playing it, surprised my opponents, especially like whenever they go to read this Evil Hero Sinister Necrom, and they're just like, what in the world is this? So yeah, and yep. So appreciate everybody for staying a while to listen. Let me know what y'all think in the comments section below, and I will catch y'all on the next video.
My wingman, he come through, he level up, he go through, he shining out and popping to over 9K. That's a breakthrough. Be on top now. Here's a look at all